Hi guys, welcome to our very first video. Bear with us as we learn the tricks of this. I wanted to show you our newest surrender. Her name is Handles. She is a leatherback bearded dragon and she has some behavioral issues. As you can tell, she's not very happy with me, glaring at me. But she is absolutely stunning and beautiful. You can see her on this black rug here. Now Handles was surrendered because she does not like younger children. She has hissing and some biting issues. We've had her for about a day and a half. She's been pretty chill, but also kind of scared and worried. What are things to show you about her? If you can see her massive claws, they can get so sharp. You can see on my arm here, she got me yesterday. Those need to be trimmed down. I usually just put slate or rocks in the enclosure to help file them, but since these haven't been trimmed for a long time, they need to be trimmed. We test for her belly to see if she's gravid at all. What we do with that, she's not gonna let me do it, is right here on their tummy, you just palpate a little bit. And if you feel something, it feels kind of like marbles, that means you most likely have a gravid beardie and will be laying eggs. Or at this time of year, they also go into brumation, which is kind of what she's been doing. She's been staying out of her heat, under her hide, and just pancaked. Let's see if she'll pancake for me. Oh, she's gonna go for a walk. But they'll go completely flat to help reserve their body heat. And should probably look more into that as to how that reserves their body heat. But that's how they reserve their body heat. They'll just pancake out and then they'll sleep. And they can go into brumation for a couple days up to like her year or so, which just means you're gonna have a slow, sluggish beardie. They're not gonna eat as much, they're gonna sleep a lot more, and they'll be more on their cool side or under a hide. She may be stressed and that's why she's hiding, but I do believe that with the temperatures outside and with the temperature of her body, she is probably going to brumation. She just is kind of like a little sleep. It's almost like hibernation, but not completely, because they still come out, they still eat a little bit, they still get some of their sunlight, but most of the time they're just asleep, just completely passed out. What we're gonna do with her is, I have kids, but they are not as young. We're gonna do some testing with them, see how she behaves with older children and see if it's just young children. Kind of like how small dogs are afraid of young kids. Bearded dragons are a lot like puppies. And they've got personalities and all sorts of things that could have just triggered her to be a little bit fearful of younger children. Not sure where else to go with this. Oh, I should probably tell you, I'm wearing this mask because I'm having dental work, so you're not gonna see my face for a little while. But one thing to do with beardies, a lot of people come up from here to pick them up. That freaks them out. You wanna come under their beard. See, she just licked my hand. Come under the beard and under like this. That gives them full support. See, she's not freaking out. She's not flipping her hands around. Whereas if I had come up from here, she'd have nothing to hold on to. And so she would be a little more scared. But she's got full control of holding on to me with my full hand. So that's the best way to pick up your beardie. Other tips and tricks with them. Oh, if you get them out and let them run around in your house and they immediately go for a hiding spot, that is also a sign of them being gravid if it's female. If your male is running and hiding, he's just mean. Male beardies can have mean personalities sometimes. They just like to be dominant and head bop at everything and claim everything. But she's just a young female. Oh, one thing, you can come up close. Oh, sorry, baby. You can tell their gender. She's probably not gonna let me do it. By their tail. If you see a straight line, which is what she has, that is a female. If it's a male, you'll see two very prominent lines right here. And that would be their testes, I believe. So she is definitely a female. Husband, what else should I go into?
She is roughly about 3 years old.
3 years old. Okay.
She came to us because her previous owner had passed away and there was nobody to take care of her.
There was somebody, but they had young children. And they tried, but they were hoping we could help with the behavioral issues and make sure that she's placed where she is most comfortable and where she will thrive, instead of being afraid of the kids when they come running in or something. Here, it's mostly adults. We're teenagers and up. I've put her in our main reptile room instead of quarantine. One, because we know she's healthy, and two, because of her behavioral issues, I want her to get used to seeing people come and go. And so she is in here, she'll be in here watching us when we feed, when we do everything else with our personal collection, which you can see some of them behind me. These are two of our enclosures for ball pythons. So yeah, she's right in here and can see us all day long. So hopefully that's going to help her really get used to people and maybe get out of her grieving phase, because I do believe she's grieving for her previous owner. I'm sorry, I know this is all jumbled. We'll get better at videos. What else should... Oh, if you do notice that your beardie is gravid or you see them digging, you're going to want to put together a dig box. You're going to want it on the warm side under the hide, and you're going to want it to be a mix of topsoil and play sand. And mix that together in a little dig box, and then they will just dig their heart away and lay their eggs in there. Don't put it on the cool side, because they won't lay on the cool side, they lay on the warm side. Typically, there's always ones that don't do what they're supposed to. If you have any questions about handles, feel free to message me or comment on the video. And I'm going to ask you to do something I always find annoying at the end of videos, but subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is Bad Wolf Sanctuary. I will plug the link. The link. I'll plug the link in under the comments so that you know where to go. But that would just help us a lot to know whether or not these videos are helpful, useful, or anyone even wants to see them. Thanks for joining us tonight, and I'm going to put Handles to bed.